Welcome to Second Edition. I'm Bernard.
And I'm Taylor. And this just isn't Second Edition. This is our first annual staff campout.
Woo! Yeah, Taylor and Bernard, the show this week's gonna be fantastic. So Lisa and Michaela, you guys are on news? How's that going?
Yeah, we should probably get going actually. We don't have much time. Don't worry about it, Lisa. I know a shortcut through the woods. Okay.
Ben, you've got sports. How's that coming along?
Yeah, we got some really exciting stuff. I should probably get to the sports desk.
Coming up on Second Edition News.
The Tories take all 4 seats in Alberta's by-election.
NAIT honored as one of Canada's top research colleges.
Gamers raise money to help kids.
Welcome to Second Edition News. I'm Michaela Henschel.
And I'm Lisa Berg. Edmonton politicians put their gaming skills to the test to help raise money for the Stollery Children's Hospital.
Mayor John Ivison and MLA Dr. Raj Sherman joined over 150 local gamers to kick off the 3rd annual YEG Extra Life Video Game Marathon. The mayor who won last year's kickoff competition didn't do so well this year.
I got my butt handed to me today, I have to say. But it's all for a good cause for the Stollery, and I really admire these people raising money and coming together as a community to support the Stollery and the kids.
Gamers collected pledges from friends and family and set up at the Edmonton Expo Center for 24 hours.
I love playing games, I love staying up late, and I love supporting. The Stollery has always held a special place in my heart due to the fact that they saved my little brother's life.
The Extra Life event raised over $55,000 and will be back next year.
The Progressive Conservative Party swept the Alberta by-election this week. After a close race between Wild Rose and the PCs and a week of back and forth between all parties, the 4 seats went to the Conservatives. Angela Getzinger, a resident of the Edmonton White Mud riding, thinks this is a chance for change in the PC party.
This will wake up people enough to be like, okay, see, once again, the people who are not happy with the PCs still stuck with the PCs, so maybe it's going to make a difference in other people to push ahead to a different party.
A letter from a citizen accusing Mandel of antagonizing community members was just one of the incidents leading up to the election. 44% of the total votes went to the PCs and 28% to Wild Rose, making them the 2 leading parties.
As Canada mourns the death of Corporal Nathan Cirillo, Edmonton stands united to show its support.
It's nice to see that people realize that we need to stand together in solidarity when things like this happen.
Flags were lowered to half-mast around the city after the tragic Ottawa shooting on October 22nd. People brought flowers and Canadian flags to the City Hall cenotaph, where 2 retired soldiers stood guard as a sign of respect.
I hope it made a good statement that, it doesn't matter what they want to do, they're not going to shake us.
The high-level bridge was lit up in red and white for 2 nights as a sign of patriotism and unity.
Happy that everyone has spoken up so much in our benefit, that they are so supportive, but at the same time I'm not surprised.
Many Canadian cities showed their support for Ottawa during the difficult time.
NAIT students have another reason to be proud of their school.
School's beautiful. It's really, you can tell that the province is putting a lot of money into it.
NAIT was ranked 2nd of Canada's top 50 research colleges after an almost $10 million grant was awarded to the Boreal Institute last year. In a statement given after he heard the news, NAIT President Glenn Feltham said NAIT is thrilled to be recognized. Students say this will be beneficial for them and the school.
I think it definitely will better the experience for NAIT students to know that they are recognized not only as a great technical institution, but also as a really good research institution as well.
Programs are built throughout NAIT with applied research that addresses industry's needs.
New business owners had the chance to showcase their talents at Startup Edmonton's Launch 5.
Our goal is really to help bring people's ideas into startups.
Startup Edmonton is a local initiative that brings entrepreneurs together as they work on their budding or established businesses. The launch featured 10 new businesses along with their creators presenting their companies to the public. Anthony Mayfield, co-founder of Instacoin, says he is grateful to Startup Edmonton for the opportunity.
It wouldn't have happened outside of this amazing network, which Startup Edmonton is. It's a place for newbies to come in and have a support group to help them out.
Startup Edmonton began in 2009 and has since helped build more than over 50 businesses.
NAIT hosted the 3-day startup workshop for future entrepreneurs.
Here are some pictures of what we did this morning, last night.
The event challenges students to start a company over the course of 3 days. Students from NAIT, U of A, and Grant MacEwan were placed in teams where they researched ideas and met with business experts.
It's been a great experience. We've had a group of a lot of different people from different backgrounds all coming together to work on one project that we're very confident in, and each person's been able to provide a different level of expertise to add to the overall project.
The teams then had the chance to pitch their business concepts to a panel of mentors. 3-Day Startup has become one of the world's leading entrepreneur programs and has been delivered in 18 countries at more than 60 schools. This was the first 3-Day Startup to be hosted in a Canadian city. And now it's time for sports.
So Ben, big news in women's soccer?
That and some basketball. Hold on to your seats. The women's soccer team enjoyed a season without losses this year, resulting in a gold medal game matchup between the Ooks and the Medicine Hat Rattlers last Sunday. In the snowy weather, only one goal was scored, and here it is.
Come on, let's do it! Go.
That is NAIT's Kelsey Langell scoring to take the lead with only 5 minutes remaining in the game. So the final score is 1-0. NAIT's Laura Couts is your tournament MVP, but the journey for both teams is not over. The national championship is next.
We just got the national draw, so we play the top team coming out of the Atlantic, Mount St. Vincent, in their first game, 10 o'clock on November 5th. So that'll be a good test for us.
The tournament's all-star selections from the Ooks are Kayla Michaels and Kelsey Mitchell, and they will both be at the Nationals from November 5th to 8th. The NAIT Ooks women's basketball team has never won an ACAC championship, but that was not reflected in their season opener against the Concordia Thunder. First quarter, NAIT guard Shaylin Noyes heads for the net and drops the ball in for 2. That answers the 2 free throw baskets by Megan McIntosh, and it's 2-2. Ooks lead 28-15 after 1. Second quarter, Ooks lead 31-15. Thunder Cheyenne Walton comes face-to-face with Ooks Abri Gray, beating her for the basket. Ooks take a 41-22 lead after 2. Right into the fourth quarter, Chauncey McLennan grabs a rebound and sends it up to Noyes. She sets up Chantel Heyer, and the Ooks lead 73-47. And here's your final score. NAIT's Shaylin Noyes, Nicole Ruptash, and Tori Hill combined for 39. And Concordia's Megan McIntosh and Carolina Wazuchek combined for 22.
When we played at the pace that I know we can play at, we were successful, especially getting the ball inside when we were able to get the ball into the post. And I felt that we used our depth to our advantage.
The men's team also opened on Friday against the Concordia Thunder. First quarter, Nathan Obergewich takes a pass from Alvin Parker and sets up Jamel Davis, who spins, shoots, and puts the Utes ahead 10-9. Late second quarter, NAIT is on the attack. Adrian Curtis to Parker. Parker goes for 3 at the buzzer, and it's golden. Into the third now, 58-40 Ooks. Concordia's Nathaniel Wachicki intercepts a pass at center court and moves in, handing it off to Rob Hack, and he hits 3, cutting the lead to 15. Late fourth, Thunder in comeback mode. Wachicki takes the ball and drives, handing it off to Coleman, who cuts the lead to 77-74 NAIT. That is as close as Concordia would come, however, with Donnie Moss burying a free throw. So a final score of 83-79. Ooks also took an 89-74 win over Concordia on Saturday. Next game is back at the NAIT gym on Friday against King's University College. Nathan Obergewich is a 21-year-old business finance student here at NAIT who played his first game as an Ook last weekend.
I'm a hustler. I'll do anything to get the ball. I'll just do my job.
The 6'5" power forward scored 8 points in the win, but his biggest victory came after the Friday matchup.
I wanted to make it special. I barely remember anything. It was super nerve-wracking. It was tough to play in the fourth quarter with that on my mind, but that's okay.
Well, that was an unexpected twist.
Gold medal, season openers, and a proposal. This has been Second Edition.
Thanks for joining us.
Did you know that the story of the modern zombies was based in Haiti? Did you know werewolves and slugs both have a common enemy, and it's salt? Did you know more than 150,000 people in Europe were arrested because of suspicion of witchcraft? Did you know the story of Frankenstein was written for a contest in 1819? Did you know a real skin disease called porphyria causes vampire-like symptoms? And now you know.
Those were some interesting facts, Bernard. I never knew werewolves were scared of salt. But did you know Ernest has some of the best food around?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they can carve some neat things out of fruit, ice, and chocolate.
Oh wow, Taylor, I guess you would just have to show me right after the commercial break.
Choice. You can choose excitement or relaxation. Work.
All right.
Or play. Your choice can result in mistakes and successes. But the choice is always yours. Big Rock. Choose your own adventure.
For all your different moods, NR92 has you covered.
Yeah, that's my kind of night.
Whatever suits your mood. NR92.com. The station for the students.
Do you want to be in the know?
Catch NR92 Entertainment weekdays at 12:34.
Get entertainment highlights and info on upcoming events.
Up-to-date entertainment in 60 seconds.
NR92.
I wonder what Artie's up to. Hey, Artie! Artie! What you up to, mate?
Huh? What's Mac want? Yeah, Mac, I'm just perched here in this tree doing bird stuff.
Wanna go grab some grasshoppers there, mate? I hear they're delicious.
Are you talking about the big rock grasshopper or that gross bug?
Of course I'm talking about the big rock grasshopper. Why would I want to eat some bugs?
I don't know, mate. That's why I asked you, wanker.
Oh, call me a wanker, will ya? I'm out of here.
Big Rock Grasshopper Wheat Ale. The early bird gets the best pint.
Take a break. You look tired from studying. You need a distraction. Listen to NR92.
Let us distract you. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Nighttime radio put you to sleep?
Make your night bright with NR92.
Hear the latest trends and the best variety in music.
This is how we roll.
NR92, the station for the students.
Marshmallows again?
Yeah, here's more marshmallows.
I think I'm just gonna go to Ernest to see what's cooking.
Welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm Taylor Petty, and this is Anush. And today we are going to show you how to create edible art. So, Anush, with this apple, what can I do?
So we can make the apple to be like a leaf.
And do you use a special kind of knife for this?
Yeah, I use the carving knife.
A carving knife?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you hold it a certain way?
Yeah.
Like you're holding a pencil?
Yes.
Okay. And from there you go in, you create a base shape of your leaf.
Yes.
Okay,
See
and then,
the leaf.
and how do we get the rest of the detail?
Okay, and after that I'm gonna go to the...
Just go in at a bit of an angle, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to, and not too deep or else you'll break it apart, hey?
Yeah. The next one.
And this is something that's fairly easy to carve, right?
Yeah, because the
It's the
texture is
texture.
soft.
Okay. What's the hardest thing you've ever had to carve?
Pumpkin.
A pumpkin?
Yeah.
What did you carve into it?
I carve a spider.
A spider? How long did it take you?
About 1 hour.
Only an hour?
Yes.
That's not even that long. It would probably take me about 3. Okay, so from here with the leaf shape, what do we do?
So you can
you go in
like this.
again at an angle and kind of, okay, let's see.
Yeah, you can do
I'm no pro, but I'll try my best. Okay, so it's not that hard then really, hey?
Have you been to competitions for this before?
Yeah, I did once in Toronto in 2005.
Yeah.
And I won 2 gold medals there.
2 gold medals?
Yes.
In Toronto?
Yes.
So you're pretty serious for this then, hey? When do you mostly carve for like buffets or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
you carve.
sometime, yeah.
Yeah, like you go in sometimes, and you probably spend a lot of money on practicing.
Yeah, because I bought a lot of food when I started learning.
Yeah, when you started learning. Well,
Yeah.
you've been doing this for about 10 years, hey?
Yeah, 10 years.
10 years, and like something like the melon. How long would that take you to carve?
For the cantaloupe, I took 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. And do you do it for like color variation? You do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd just like to thank you for tuning in today. Go to naitnewswatch.ca, click on the second edition tab, and from there you'll find what we were doing. We'd like to thank you very much, Anush, for joining us.
Hey guys, I'm kind of worried. Like, shouldn't Lisa and Michaela and Ben be back by now? Like, they've been gone for a long time. I should go look for them.
Well, wait. Don't you think you should show us that viral video you've been talking about?
Oh yeah. This group of zombies went around terrifying people, as zombies do. If I stumbled upon a zombie eating somebody, I would definitely scream, run away, and most likely pee my pants from sheer terror. Although I jump when somebody says my name unexpectedly. They're actually really lucky that nobody that they scared responded in self-defense. None that made it to the video anyway. Which reminds me, I better go look for my classmates.
Really glad I put my hoodie on. Much better.
Guys, what was that?
Hannah, that reminds me of that movie we just saw.
For this week's movie review, we'll be taking a look at The Raven. The Raven stars John Cusack as late poet Edgar Allan Poe.
It takes place in Baltimore in the mid-19th century and follows a fictional account of the last few days of Poe's life.
The night before last, a young girl and her mother were found murdered.
In this horror thriller, Poe is a struggling alcoholic writer who is in love with a police captain's daughter, played by Alice Eve.
I love you, Edgar. Be careful.
I believe the killer is taunting us.
It is soon discovered that a murderer is committing the murders that happen in Poe's fictional stories.
You're referring to one of my stories, a work of fiction.
The movie is inspired by the mysterious death of the real Edgar Allan Poe, in which he was found wandering the streets of Baltimore in a delirious state before being taken to hospital, where he died a few days later.
Poe joins forces with Detective Fields to try and track down the killer. Meanwhile, the suspect continues to kill while leaving clues at the crime scenes. The Raven takes on a very dark feel with help from a great score, excellent special effects, and awesome cinematography.
He will keep her alive to keep you involved. It's part of his game. Emily.
I would gladly give my life for hers.
I know you would.
I'll send you to hell! No matter how this ends, I will kill him.
For me, some of the performances seemed a little weak and took me out of the movie a few times. For that reason, I give this movie 3 Ravens out of 5.
Despite the movie being almost 2 hours long, there was a definite lack of build-up towards the ending. Overall, I found the pacing a little bit slow, and I wasn't a fan of all the gore. For me, I give this movie 2.5 ravens out of 5.
Wow, that looks like a really interesting movie, guys.
Guys, I'm really getting worried. Nobody's come back yet. Should we go check on them?
We probably should.
What was that?
I don't know, it's creeping me out.
I think we should just go back to the house now.
I really think we should.
Bernard, nobody's come back. I think we should call the police.
I really think we should.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, they have been here for the entire time.